Purifying your water with reverse osmosis used to mean drilling into your countertop and plumbing, dealing with bulky tanks, and wasting gallons of water in the process. But countertop RO systems like the Aquatru and Bluevua are changing that, giving you high quality filtration without the hassle. But on the surface, these two systems seem extremely similar, so which one actually performs better? I put Aquatru versus Bluevua to the test using a certified lab to measure exactly what they removed from my water. And after analyzing their contaminant reduction performance, price, filtration speed, maintenance requirements, and more, one system stood out as the clear winner. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which countertop reverse osmosis system is actually worth your money. First, let's talk price. The Aquatru Classic model starts at $449, while the carafe model, which is more comparable to the Bluevua with its glass collection carafe, comes in at $359. Bluevua's base RO pot model is priced at $434, and if you want the version with the integrated UV, it'll cost $20 more, bringing the total to $454. These prices all fall within the typical $350 to $500 range for countertop reverse osmosis systems. But the upfront cost is only part of the equation, and of course we also need to consider the long-term filter replacement costs. The Aquatru Classic model costs about 11 cents per gallon to operate, with 3 filters to replace over time. Bluevua, on the other hand, requires 5 filter replacements and ends up costing 27 cents per gallon, more than double Aquatru's. If you're considering the Aquatru carafe, it has a lower upfront cost at $359, but a slightly higher maintenance cost at 19 cents per gallon. Even so, it's still nearly 30% cheaper to maintain than Bluevua. So while the initial prices are similar, Aquatru wins when it comes to long-term affordability. Now I'm going to talk about the key differences between the two, and most importantly, starting with their contaminant reduction performance. So give this video a like if you enjoy seeing products compared head to head like this, and let me know in the comments which I should compare next. One of the biggest reasons to invest in a reverse osmosis system is, of course, contaminant reduction in your drinking water. Both Aquatru and Bluevua met our expectations, but one system outperformed the other. In our lab tests, Aquatru completely reduced every single contaminant in our water to below detectable limits. That includes fluoride, chloroform, and uranium, 3 serious contaminants that were present at levels exceeding the most conservative health guideline level benchmark. It also removed trace amounts of barium, chlorine, zinc, copper, and strontium. Bluevua, while still effective, didn't quite match Aquatru's performance. It eliminated uranium, but only reduced fluoride by 83%, leaving some behind. For contaminants below the HGL, it eliminated nitrate, chlorine, sulfate, copper, and molybdenum. But it fell short with barium and strontium, reducing them by 77% and 75% respectively. So when it comes to contaminant reduction, Aquatru is the clear winner. It left nothing behind, and I couldn't expect any higher performance. Bluevua still performed well, but its inability to provide greater reduction of fluoride is a letdown, especially considering that's one of the contaminants of concern that many folks use reverse osmosis to address. Because reverse osmosis is so great at removing contaminants, it also strips away beneficial minerals like calcium and magnesium. And some RO systems try to fix this by adding minerals back in, but how do Bluevua and Aquatru do? The Bluevua RO pot UV model I tested includes a remineralization filter, which is attached to the lid of its water collection carafe. Aquatru's base model doesn't come with one, but I upgraded to the Alkaline Classic version, which replaces its standard VOC filter with a remineralizing VOC filter. So what do these filters actually add back to the water? With Aquatru Alkaline Classic, calcium levels dropped by 97%, sodium by 85%, but magnesium actually increased by 33%, and potassium was added at 1.1 milligrams per liter, where it was absent in the unfiltered water. pH jumped from 7.3 to a highly alkaline 10.7, largely due to carbonate concentrations spiking by 17,775%. With Bluevua, calcium decreased by 86%, magnesium by 60%, and sodium by 59%. Like Aquatru, it also introduced potassium, this time at 2.75 milligrams per liter. Its pH increase wasn't as extreme, but still significant, rising from 7.1 to 2009, driven by a 2,515% carbonate increase. So wait, if these filters are supposed to add minerals back, why are some still being reduced? Well, they are remineralizing, they're just adding these minerals back at concentrations that are actually lower compared to the unfiltered water. As you can see, both systems also had a significant effect on pH, making the water more alkaline. That's something to keep in mind if you're buying alkaline bottled water. Both of these systems can do the exact same thing at home for a fraction of the cost. Now let's talk about certifications, because when you're trusting a filter to remove harmful contaminants from your water, third-party validation is a big deal. Aquatru is one of the only countertop RO systems we've tested that's fully certified for the reduction of all 83 contaminants they make claims for. It holds IAPMO certifications to NSF ANSI standards 42, 53, 58, and 401, meaning it's been independently tested and verified to remove things like microplastics, lead, fluoride, pharmaceuticals, and PFAS. Bluevua, on the other hand, doesn't have any performance certifications. Despite using misleading marketing language and displaying a WQA Gold Seal logo, that certification only verifies lead-free materials, not contaminant reduction performance. So if you're someone who values industry-recognized validation and wants proof that your system does what it claims, Aquatru is the clear winner here. Both Aquatru and Bluevua use an integrated electric pump to push water through multiple stages of filtration, which speeds up the process compared to traditional gravity systems. In our testing, the Aquatru Classic model purified 11 cups of water in 15 minutes 53 seconds, giving it a flow rate of 0.04 gallons per minute. The Carafe model was slightly slower, filtering 8 cups in 16 minutes 28 seconds, which equates to a flow rate of 0.03 gallons per minute. Bluevua was slightly faster, filtering a full carafe, 7 cups, in just 5 minutes and 53 seconds for a flow rate of 0.06 gallons per minute. But speed isn't the only difference. How you actually get the purified water into your glass also varies between these systems. With the Aquatru Classic, filtered water is stored in a tank and you dispense it by pressing a button. You can also remove the tank, take off the lid and pour, but this can be awkward and difficult if the tank is full. The Aquatru Carafe and Bluevua both use a glass pitcher instead, meaning that once filtration is done, you simply remove the carafe and pour. When it comes to reverse osmosis, efficiency matters because for every gallon of water purified by these systems, there is some wastewater produced by the process as well. But the question is, how much? Once again, Aquatru comes out on top. It has an industry-leading 4:1 efficiency ratio, meaning that for every 4 gallons of purified water, only 1 gallon is wasted. It's the most efficient reverse osmosis system that we've ever tested. Bluevua, while still solid, has a 2:1 pure to wastewater ratio, so for every 2 gallons of purified water, 1 gallon goes down the drain. That means that Aquatru is literally twice as efficient. Over time, that adds up to less water waste and lower utility costs, and a more eco-friendly system overall. In terms of design, both the Aquatru Classic and Bluevua models have LCD displays with filter replacement indicators, but Bluevua takes things a step further. It shows real-time TDS readings of both the unfiltered and purified water and displays individual filter life in a battery-style gauge, making maintenance even more user-friendly. Aquatru does offer a Wi-Fi connected version of both the Classic and now the Carafe model as well, which provides more in-depth information on its dedicated app. It shows the remaining lifespan of each filter as a percentage, TDS readings of the water in each tank, usage over time, and money saved compared to buying bottled water. The standard Aquatru Carafe model keeps things a bit simpler with indicator lights instead of a screen and no app connectivity. When it comes to water storage, Bluevua and the Aquatru Carafe get extra points for their high borosilicate glass carafes compared to the Aquatru Classic Triton plastic tank. As for the filters themselves, Aquatru has a combined sediment and activated carbon pre-filter, the RO membrane, and a post-carbon filter which can be upgraded to include remineralization. Bluevua, on the other hand, has a separate first stage PP sediment filter, a pre-carbon block filter, the RO membrane, a post-carbon filter, and a built-in UV disinfection stage. Bluevua's remineralization stage is also unique. Instead of being built into the final stage carbon filter, its mineral cartridge is attached to the carafe lid. So water passes through remineralizing beads as it flows into the glass container. When it comes to design certifications, Aquatru once again has the edge. It holds IAPMO certifications for material environmental safety and structural integrity as a component of its performance certifications, along with a certification to NSF/ANSI standard 372 for lead-free design. Bluevua also holds a certification to NSF/ANSI 372, its only certification from the WQA. Both Aquatru and Bluevua are plug-and-play countertop units, meaning there's no need for complicated plumbing modifications or drain lines. Setup was simple and straightforward, with both systems ready to use within an hour of unboxing. The only notable difference was in how the filters needed to be flushed before the first use. With Aquatru, we had to run 4 full tanks of water through the system, discarding the purified water each time. Each cycle took 15 minutes and 53 seconds, so just about an hour in total until the unit was ready to use. With Bluevua, priming required flushing and discarding 5 full carafes, which took just 5 minutes, 53 seconds per cycle. This meant that the initial filter flushing for Bluevua was quicker, taking just 36 minutes total. Maintenance is another area where we see some key differences between Aquatru versus Bluevua. For both systems, weekly cleaning and occasional filter replacement are the primary ongoing tasks. The filter replacement process itself is straightforward. Just open the access panel, unscrew the old filter, and swap in the new one. However, when it comes to long-term maintenance costs, there's a clear difference. As I mentioned earlier, Aquatru is the more affordable system over time, with a lower cost per gallon compared to Bluevua. So while both are equally easy to maintain, Aquatru does come out to be cheaper in the long term. Before we wrap up, let's quickly compare Aquatru and Bluevua in terms of warranty, returns, and shipping policies. Both companies offer a 1-year limited warranty and a 30-day return policy, which is pretty standard for countertop RO systems. But Aquatru has a slightly better shipping policy. They ship purifiers for free to all 50 US states, Puerto Rico, and Canada, whereas Bluevua only offers free shipping within the continental US. So after thoroughly testing and comparing Bluevua versus Aquatru, the data clearly shows that Aquatru is the better choice overall. It provided better contaminant reduction performance and is the only system of the two that's officially performance certified. For those who prefer collecting water in glass rather than plastic, the Aquatru carafe model is an excellent choice, offering the same exceptional performance as the classic version while using a high borosilicate glass container. Now, if you want to see all the data from our testing in more detail, stick around and watch the next video, which is coming up right now. Click or tap to keep watching.